أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين آمين. Let's begin our session. So today we're gonna do just two review. So let me share with you, and we'll begin our session. So here in just two, we'll quickly review it and see the already we completed just two. Just a review with you all, inshallah. So let's begin it, inshallah. Here is the inshallah. Let's start it. Okay. So here just starts with the Sayahul. So here when it starts with Sayahul, here asking about the people who are foolish. Who are the people who are foolish? So when we talk about the people who are foolish, who are the foolish ones here? So here the people who are foolish are the one who talks about change is a test. For people to accept a change is a big thing for them because it's not easy. They can't accept the change. So for them, it was hard though. So they were not accepting this change. So what happened? Here talks about when change of Qibla. Sorry, there was some problem here in the audio. So when change of Qibla happened, many people they believe and many they disbelieve. So here talking about the people who believe and the people they have complete conviction, their like belief increases. What about the people who don't believe? How about them? The people who don't believe is like they are not at all willing to you know believe in such thing, and they are like in between. So change of prayer direction, change is a test. Accept happily the change of weather, place, situation, anything. So you have to accept it happily. If you don't accept it happily, what will happen? You will try to change the things, isn't it? So here, that's what it talks about. So here, when we see change of prayer direction, change is a test, and the next thing, when it was changed, like after 16 to 17 months, people were not at all agreed to accept it, but some they agreed it because depends on the faith, how much like belief and faith they have. And next thing we learn about strive towards good deeds. So we have to do sa'i. We have to run for the good deeds. So here, talking about striving towards good deeds, a believer center point is to strive forward in good deeds. That's what we learn here. So one is striving forward to achieve the good deeds. So what is that? When somebody like doing good, they are running, they are doing sa'i in order to do the good. So one who is doing sa'i, here we learn that how the thing should be, and in that we learn after that a believer center point is to strive towards in good deed and wattaqullaha, fear of Allah. Fear of Allah is must. If you don't have fear of Allah, how you going to manage? How the things will be? So fearing Allah is so important. So here we see fear Allah, remembering Allah in appropriate manner and abundantly. And this is a test, not losing hope and gratitude in any situation. And test not losing hope and gratitude in any situation. And then talks about Safa and Marwa. These are the Shair Allah, right? Reward of the sabr, reward of the patience, how Bibi Hajira saying Raditu billahi Rabbun, I am pleased with Allah as my Lord in any difficult and isolated situation. So she was thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we learn later on lawful and pure means safeguarding oneself from incitation of devil and picking lawful like lawful pure food and drinks. And then we learn about the Hajj and Umrah. And on Hajj and Umrah, what we have to take with us? Taqwa. What is taqwa? Uh, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam pointing towards the heart and said, At-taqwa hahuna. Taqwa is in the heart and fear of Allah, doing the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and abstaining from the disobedience. So following like taking taqwa, fear of Allah in Hajj and Umrah, a travel provision and be peaceful. So when you go for Hajj and Umrah, be peaceful. Conflict of interest, following the truth. When there is a conflict of society and tradition with Quranic knowledge, fasting, an obligatory worship through which efforts is made for attaining righteousness. What is fasting? In ayah number 183, we have seen Ya ayyuhallazina amanu. In that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned Kutiba alaykum siyam kama kutiba alal lazina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Again, righteousness here mentioned, and what kind of righteousness? Again, having taqwa, giving, having righteousness, and righteousness is must. One should have righteousness, then only you will have taqwa. So, in order to have taqwa, one should have the righteousness. And obligatory worship through efforts is made for attaining righteousness. And types of good deeds. There are different types of good deeds. Adopting different opportunities of performing good deeds to be included in row of truthfulness. So when you perform good deeds, you have to make sure that you are doing included in row of truthfulness and righteousness. What you have to do in truthfulness and also in the righteousness. Make sure that in the way of truthfulness and righteousness we do that. And here we see being near to Allah. Allah is near to his slaves. So in all situation, invoke only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is so close. How much close is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah is closer to you than jugular vein. So if you touch your jugular vein, do you feel that? So that much close Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. So Allah is so close to you. So when Allah is so close, so you should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything, no matter what. So here we learn that Allah is asking uh, when being near to his slaves in all situation. We learn that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to ask only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all situation, and ending of turbulation, neither for the war booty not to conquer land. War is to end turbulation and corruption, seeking hereafter. Do not indulge in attaining the world only, but also ask for better in the hereafter, while asking for betterment of the world. And then we learn about good in unfavorable. Like Allah knows what is good for us more than we do, isn't it? One thing we plan and we do, the one thing Allah does, which is most important, whatever Allah plan and does it, and not to despair even when something happens against our will. Many times we plan many things, but it goes against our will. Doesn't matter. Don't feel disheartened, don't get sad. Accept the thing, whatever is happening. That is Raditu Billahi Rabbu. Then we learn importance of Aqidah Creed, not to compromise upon Aqidah Creed in marital affairs. You are getting married and you are thinking, okay, because I love him, now I get married, he's converted, but later on he changes, or many times it happened like men's they get married to a girl which she is non-Muslim. They try to convey the message, but she don't understand, and finally what happens, they get separated because there is a difference in the religion, difference in the creed. So marital affairs is difficult whether male or a female. It is permitted for a male to marry a Ahle Kitab, but she should be chaste. And if she accepts Islam, that's well and good. And they are comfortably can spend the life. But if not, then there will be turbulence in the marital affairs. Not to build important relationship with one who associate partners with Allah. What does it mean? Means who don't believe in oneness of Allah. So who does shirk and law of divorce. Do utmost good when giving divorce. Even while separating, it has to be in recognized manner. Even the law of divorce has to be done in a recognized manner. And widow staying in mourning period for 4 months and 10 days. How many days are there? 4 months and 10 days. And then giving widow choice about their new marriage in a recognized manner. So when we are talking about widow, 4 months and 10 days, that is the lunar calendar and according to the period. If period is not there, then according to the lunar calendar. And serving religion, going out with the correct intention, utmost effort, and lots of invocation, making lot of dua. So the intention does matter, and your efforts, sa'i, and make lot of dua. We have to try hard no matter what. We have to try and we have to check our intention. That is so important. So here it starts with sayahulu sufaha. The foolish one says, Minan nasi ma wallakum. What happened? An qiblatillati. About qibla, changing of the prayer direction. Kanu alayha. And they say, Qul lillahi. It's for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Mashriq or Maghrib, everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yahdi man yasha ila siratin mustaqim. So Allah guides it to whom He wills. Allah guides to siratin mustaqim. That's what it's mentioned over here. Yahdi man yasha ila siratin mustaqim. Rasulan. Rasul has been sent. And when Rasul has been sent, what was the thing Rasul has taught us? So this is very important ayah. Yatlu alaykum ayatina. Rasul has taught us. It's from Tilawa. So you should know how to recite it with proper makharid, proper recitation, understanding it, and also understanding word to word and tafsir. Yatlu alaykum ayatina. And wayuzakkikum, it's like from tazkiyah. So in this, tazkiyah of nafs and tazkiyah of mal. So when we talk about tazkiyah of mal, it is in zakat. When we give zakat, that is a mandatory charity once in a year, and we are giving that. What about tazkiyah nafs? In Ramadan, when we fast, we want to do a tazkiyah nafs. We want to remove all the things which is filthy. We don't want anything, and we want to put in that place tazkiyah nafs, and we want to put taqwa in our heart. So it's like purifying it. When you see, like when you are abstaining from food and drink, and you are not saying anything with your mouth, means other than good thing. So you are protecting your tongue, your limbs, and you are doing complete submission, obedience towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So وَيُزَكِّيكُمْ, and وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ الْكِتَابِ, and teaching the book. When teaching the book, ilm has so much fazilat, so much importance, and ilm has given importance. Even when Adam al-Islam, he taught different names, and he has been given the test and he passed. Ilm has so much importance. We have to gain knowledge of Quran and Sunnah. While hikmah is judgment, right time, right thing. Fazkuruni azkurkum. You remember me, I remember you. And washkurli, and you be thankful. Wala takfurun, and do not be like not being thankful. Do not do that. So always be thankful, and do not be ungrateful. And then we learn wasta'inu bis sabri wa salat. When you want help, when you need help, when you want help, what are the two key things? Bis sabr was salah. You need sabr, patience, and you have to do it with salah. And wastabiqul khairat. And with complete conviction, runs towards the good. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ. Allah will test you. Surely, definitely you will be tested because Lam is a taqid and Noon Mushaddad is also a taqid. Definitely, surely I will going to test with what? Bishayin, with anything. And now list of things has been mentioned in the red box. Can you see? Min khawf, from the khawf, from the fear. Min al ju. Ju is like hunger. Wa naqsim min al ambal, and also from the wealth. Wal anfusis samarat, and also from the fruits, like provision. Not only fruits, it can be any kind of provision. And then Wabashir Sabirin. But good news for who? The people who do sabr, complete sabr. Sabr is what? Habsul nafs. And you do sabr. So that is the successful, that is the good news for the people who do good. Whenever any affliction touches you, any calamities comes, so what you going to say? Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Are we going to say just like somebody is dying or somebody is dead? That time no. For any calamity, any problem we are going through, so what we are going to say? Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. So we all have to return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then talking about wallazina amanu, those who believe, ashaddu hubbalillah, they love Allah so much intensely. And we have to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with lot of intensity. And then we learn about halal and tayyiban. Halal, halal and tayyib is pure, clean, neat, very good. And then ya ayyuhallazina amanu, again uh, people who have iman, whenever Allah says ya ayyuhallazina amanu, it means like Allah is giving you importance. Oh my believers, oh my believing servants. So what is that? The hukum has been given in 183 and 184. This is the place where the hukum of fasting has been mentioned. And this is, it has been made obligatory. Can you see this ayah? Kutiba alaykum siyam. Kutiba, it's like, it has been ordained, made mandatory. It's not just written, it has been made mandatory upon you. Kutiba alaykum siyam. Siyam is from Som. Kama kutiba alallazina. Like how it was before. Like, how it was before the previous people. Min qablikum, the previous. Min qablikum. And what is the end result? End result is la'allakum tattaqun. So why we are fasting? What we need to achieve? Tattaqun, taqwa. Taqwa is doing the things which in the obedience of Allah and abstaining from the disobedience of Allah. And how many days are there? Ayyaman madudat, only few number days, not much, only few number days. But there is exception given here. Faman kana minkum, but among you, maridan, some are sick, aw ala safarin, or some are marid and some are on journey. فَإِدَّةٌ مِّنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرَ. Okay, if you're marid, if you're sick, if you're on journey, you can do it later. Okay, no problem. You're on the journey, you are sick now, but later on you can فَإِدَّةٌ مِّنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرَ, later on you can do. وَعَلَى الَّذِينَ يُتِيقُونَ. But if you have, strength, يُتِيقُونَ, you have strength, and then فَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرٌ, then you can do it, isn't it? If not, for example, you don't have like strength, fidyatum ta'amul miskin, then give fidya, ransom to ta'amul miskin, giving food for the needy, poor. فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَهُ. This is better for you. This is better and best for you. وَأَن تَصُومُوا. And then it was said that you do your fasting. Khairul lakum, it is better for you. Like, you were sick or you were in the journey and after coming back now you feel all right and Ramzan has passed. Now you have to make up your fasting. That is better for you, even though you have given the ta'amal miskin, you have given the food for the miskin, but still you have strength in your body, you can do it. But what about the old people or the people who are nursing or pregnant? Allah knows, because you have given the ta'amal miskin. And even for the people who are in the period, they give food for the ta'amal miskin, and they try to catch up the misfast. Most of the people they catch up, but some they can't, because again they are pregnant or again they have sharai uzr excuse, they're not able to. At least they have given the ta'amil miskin. In kuntum ta'lamun. And Allah says this is better for you. If you do it, this is better for you. What is bir? This is piety. Bir is from bar, piety. Man amana billahi. Whoever believes what? Wal yawmil akhir. In the akhirah, in the last day. Not only in the last day, wa malaikati. In the angels, wal kitab, and also on book, wal nabiyyin, and also on prophets, wa adil mala hubbihi, and they spend whatever they have, whatever the mal they love, whatever the things they love, and how they spend this is the list. You can't do on your own. First is zal qurba. You have to give to zal qurba. Who are zal qurba? Zabil qurba is blood relation, whether your side blood relation or your husband side, both. And then wal yatama, it's from yatim, yes, orphans. Wal miskin, and miskin, and needy. Wabni sabil, travelers. Wasailina fi riqab, the people who are slaves and freeing a slave. So this is ayatul bir. So this is the thing you have to do it. This is called ayatul bir. And then asa and takrahu. Sometimes it happens, perhaps it will happen, like you do kariha. You don't like it. You hate it something. Kariha, you don't like it, you dislike it. Allah says, shay'an, anything. Wahuwa khairul lakum. You see this blue one? And takrahu shay'an, it happens, but huwa khairul lakum. It is better for you. You hate something, it is kariha, you don't like it, you dislike it, but it is khairul lakum. But can you see the red box? Asa, perhaps, and tuhibbu, you love, shayun, something, wahuwa sharrul lakum. It can be, bad for you, isn't it? Because Allah is saying, I'm not saying it is in the Quran. These are the words of the Quran. And already we did this juz, wahuwa sharrul lakum. It can be, bad for you. وَقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ. Whatever you put forward, what you have to see, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ, fear Allah. وَعَالَمُوا أَنَّكُمْ مُلَاقُوهُ, and fear Allah. Allah knows, and you have to have, to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And now we learn about talaq. Talaq is divorce, and at-talaq marratan, the second time. Famsikum, you can like stop her with bil maruf, with a good way. If you don't want her to leave, then you can stop her with a good way, like like reconciling it. Or the second option, tasrihun, you don't want to reconcile it, but you want to divorce, third divorce also, finally you want to do the third divorce. That is bi ihsan, with the utmost good. Do it with good. So here, and there is next we learn about ayatul sakina. What is that ayatul sakina? Means you have peace and tranquility. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ نَبِيُّهُمْ إِنَّ آيَةَ مُلْكِهِ أَنْ يَأْتِيَكُمُ التَّابُوتُ. So this talks about tabut. Chest was there. In that, whatever the Musa alayhi salam things were there, asa and all the rest of the things. That was the chest talking about a box. Fihi sakinatum mir rabbikum. So Allah says that is a sakina, that is a peace and tranquility from mir rabbikum, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa baqiyatum mimma tarak, and whatever left In that it is from Baqiya from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al Musa, and the Al of Musa, family people of Musa, the Al Harun, and family of Harun. Tahmiluhu malaika. So that is was what malaika was holding it. Inna fi zalika la aya. In that is a sign. Lakum for you. In kuntum mu'minin. If you are believer, then only you understand this sign. So when you believe, then only you understand this sign. And in this juz we learn a beautiful dua. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. And here in this we learn so many things, but in the end just a quick reminder here. So what we have to do in from juz number 2, like whether you turn to Mashriq or Maghrib, you should have taqwa, fear of Allah, and you have to do good, running away and doing good, and also do the zikr of Allah morning and evening. And we learn from Bibi Hajira like how she was running in Safa and Marwa. And for going Hajj and Umrah, you should have piety, taqwa, and also we have to eat halal and tayyib. And also we learn about different kind of good deeds, and we learn about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala test with wealth, with fruits and different things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test you. And also in the end we learn like sometimes you hate something but it's good for you, sometimes you like something it's not good for you. And also we learn about talaq, how it should be in a maruf way. If you are leaving or if you are reconciling it, you should have wattaqul Allah. And also we learn in the end they got the jest in that leftovers, like whatever the asa and all the things of the Musa and Harun al Islam. So we end here our session. Jazakallah khairan kasira. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.